Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're following Triệu Khang as he risks his life climbing 25 meters up a giant ancient tree in the deep mountains, all to harvest a massive wild honeycomb and earn enough money to pay off his crushing debt before he loses everything. Will he make it down safely? Stick around till the end to find out. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the next episode. A new day is just beginning. Long before the first light of sunrise even touches the ground, while a thin layer of mist still wraps around the quiet hills, Triệu Khang steps out of his small farm. He's heading up the mountain, searching for wild beehives deep in the wilderness. But this isn't just another honey run. A heavy debt has been crushing him for months. He sold every last bit of his harvest, yet it still wasn't enough. The phone calls from the creditor keep echoing in his head, reminding him how close he is to losing everything. Today, he's not only hunting for honey, he's hunting for hope, for a way to keep his farm and take care of his family. There's something magical about early mornings in the mountains. The world feels so calm and untouched. You hear birds softly calling to each other, the gentle breeze moving through the leaves, and that fresh, earthy scent of plants after a long night. It's the kind of peace that settles deep in your chest. Out here, surrounded by endless green, you suddenly feel very small. Triệu Khang feels it too. In moments like this, you realize you can't control nature. All you can do is respect it, dive into it, and be thankful for whatever it gives you. That's the mindset every wild honey harvester carries. Take only what you need. Never be greedy. Never destroy the hive. The trail today feels longer than usual, but the deeper Triệu Khang goes into the forest, the more beautiful everything becomes. Sunlight starts breaking through the canopy, turning dewdrops on the branches into tiny, sparkling crystals. Just breathing in this peaceful mountain morning is already starting to ease the heavy worry sitting on his shoulders. After hours of pushing through thick forest, slipping on muddy slopes, and surrounded by the non-stop loud chorus of cicadas, Triệu Khang finally spots what he's been desperately looking for. A massive beehive hanging precariously from a branch of an ancient tree, easily 25 meters up in the air. His heart starts racing. This one huge hive could bring in enough money to pay off a big chunk of the crushing debt. Sunlight hits the hive just right, making it glow like a golden treasure hidden in the green. But the height and the dangerous position also fill him with fear. One wrong move, and everything could end badly. He stands at the bottom of the tree, sweat already dripping down his face, looking straight up. All the exhaustion from the long trek suddenly feels worth it. In his mind, he sees flashes of his children's faces and the farm he might lose if he fails. "I have to do this," he whispers to himself. The cicadas keep singing, mixing with the forest wind, almost like they're reminding him of the bees' own incredible perseverance. Those bees don't make sweet honey overnight. It takes thousands of flights, endless time, and pure determination. Triệu Khang knows he's the same. He can't quit now. Still standing at the base of that giant ancient tree, heart still pounding from the trek, the weight of the debt feels like a sharp blade hanging over him. He knows he has to be extremely careful. He gathers dry bamboo sticks, lights a small fire, and carefully wraps fresh leaves around them to create thick, heavy smoke. The old traditional method his grandfather taught him years ago. The smoke rises slowly, carrying the wild scent of forest leaves, strong enough to gently move the bees away without hurting them. Next, he puts on his strange-looking protective suit, hooks up the battery to power the built-in fan, and slips on a pair of simple clogs that give him better grip on the bark. As he tightens every strap, he pulls out his phone for a second and stares at the photo of his wife and kids. Their smiling faces give him the strength he needs. His hands shake just a little. "I can't make any mistakes today," he thinks. The suit looks completely out of place in the middle of the wild forest, but right now it's his armor, protecting a father who's carrying the weight of his entire family's future. Sweat continues, rolling down his forehead, even though the air is still cool. The cicadas keep chirping, almost cheering him on, reminding him that real perseverance always gets rewarded. Triệu Khang takes one last deep breath, looks up at the towering beehive high above, and prepares for the most dangerous part of this journey. This isn't just about collecting honey anymore. This is about proving to himself that when love and responsibility push you forward, you can overcome limits you never thought possible. He grabs the tree trunk and starts climbing, his heart beating like war drums in his chest. He grips the rough, moss-covered trunk tightly and begins his climb toward the massive beehive 25 meters above. Every single step feels dangerous. His heart pounds like war drums in his chest. One small slip, one weak branch snapping, and it could all be over in a second. Sweat is pouring down his back now. Below him is nothing but empty air, and above him, the giant hive is surrounded by thousands of bees, swirling around like fierce guards protecting their treasure. Using the thick smoke he created earlier, he gently drives most of the bees away. Then, with steady hands and a racing mind, he carefully cuts only the ripest sections of the honeycomb, the ones filled with pure, golden honey. He leaves the parts with young larvae completely untouched. In his head, the thought is crystal clear. Being greedy today would mean losing everything tomorrow. If I destroy this hive, he tells himself, my debt will never be repaid. The first drops of honey start flowing out, sparkling in the forest sunlight, like tiny rays of hope, breaking through the darkness. In that intense, high-risk moment, Triệu Khang feels nature's lesson deep in his bones. Take only what you need, and always leave life behind. His heavy worries about the debt mix with a profound respect for the forest, making him even more determined. The cicadas keep singing loudly all around, almost like the mountain itself is encouraging him. He has pushed far beyond his own limits today, all for his family and their future. Finally, after finishing the harvest, he makes it safely back down to the ground. Exhausted but relieved, Triệu Khang heads back to his farm as the sun begins casting long shadows across the land. The moment he arrives, his two little puppies come running out, jumping and wagging their tails like crazy with pure joy. "Were you two good at home today?" he asks in a tired, hoarse voice, pulling them into a big hug. That warm welcome washes away some of the exhaustion and the heavy weight of debt he's been carrying all day. Back at the farm, he carefully hangs up the honeycomb and starts extracting the honey. Golden sweet drops from deep in the wild flow out, shining beautifully under the light. Each drop represents real perseverance and respect for nature. He thinks about Grandma, his regular customer, who will buy this honey. "Just selling a few bottles will help me pay off part of the debt," he hopes silently. The flowing honey feels like a river of new hope for his struggling farm. Triệu Khang wipes the sweat from his face, smiling tiredly but with real contentment. Today's dangerous journey didn't just bring honey, it brought him the spiritual strength to keep fighting this battle against debt. Later that evening, under the warm lights of the farm, Triệu Khang is still working while talking to Grandma on the phone. He tells her about the enormous beehive he had to climb 25 meters high to reach. She praises him for his hard work and determination. Hearing that, and knowing the money from the first bottles is coming, brings him a big sigh of relief. He prepares 2 clean glass jars. In one, he soaks fresh lemons with the honey. In the other, he adds male papaya flowers. These natural ingredients blend together to create powerful traditional remedies, great for soothing coughs and boosting immunity. Every drop he pours carries real hope. The sales will help repay his debt, buy medicine for his kids, and keep the farm going. While stirring the jars, memories of countless sleepless nights worrying about money come flooding back. But right now, honey feels like more than just a sweet gift from nature. It's a bridge connecting today's struggles to a brighter tomorrow. Triệu Khang realizes clearly in this moment, respecting nature is the best way life pays you back. Finally, he decides to make something special with the fresh honey. He mixes glutinous rice flour with chicken eggs and the pure wild honey he just harvested. Using his calloused hands from years of hard labor, he kneads the dough until it's smooth and soft. Then he shapes each piece into perfect round balls. The oil in the pan is hot and ready. He gently drops the cakes in, stirring them carefully with chopsticks until they turn a beautiful golden brown and fill the air with an incredible sweet aroma. That wonderful smell of honey spreads everywhere, mixing perfectly with the peaceful evening air on the farm. These cakes aren't just for extra money to help pay the debt. They're also Triệu Khang's way of sharing love with his neighbors and family. Sitting on the porch that night, looking out toward the distant misty mountains, he takes a deep breath and reflects on the entire journey. From the heavy debt worries in the early morning to the glimmer of hope he earned today. From the life-threatening danger high up in that ancient tree to the warm welcome of his puppies and the satisfaction of honest work. He understands now, more than ever, that life is fair to those who persevere and truly respect nature. In his heart, he whispers, "Thank you all for being with me on this journey." The road to clearing his debt is still long, but today he took another solid, meaningful step forward. As he looks toward the future, His eyes are filled with stronger faith and quiet determination than ever before. If you enjoyed following Triệu Khang's story today, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real-life journeys like this. See you in the next video. Stay strong, everyone. In this emotional episode, we follow Triệu Khang on a high-stakes journey deep into the misty mountains. Burdened by heavy debt and the fear of losing his farm and family's future, he sets out before sunrise to harvest wild honey. After a long, exhausting trek, he discovers a massive beehive hanging 25 meters high on an ancient tree. Risking his life, Triệu Khang climbs the slippery trunk, uses traditional smoke to calm the bees, and carefully extracts only the ripest honey while leaving the young larvae untouched. Returning home exhausted but hopeful, he extracts the golden honey, prepares traditional remedies, and makes delicious honey cakes to sell. Through danger, perseverance, and deep respect for nature, Triệu Khang takes another important step toward repaying his debt. This powerful story reminds us that true rewards come to those who work hard, stay humble, and live in harmony with nature.